Hey guys, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and today I want to talk about some purchases that you can make in the cash shop. Recently we got something with the last update that has these custom packs where you can pick what you want in different slots of the box, and this idea really intrigued me. I haven't really seen this in a lot of other games, and I want to see if these are actually good value, and if they are, what are the best things that we can put in them. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the cash shop. And you can see I've already laid out what I think is going to be the best one for each pack, but we'll go ahead and talk about it. So here in pack 1, I definitely think that the first slot is best to have core dust. And this is going to be universal across all of these packs here. Core dust, I've said this so many times, always get core dust, always get core dust, and this is a great opportunity to get quite a bit of core dust. You can see we can get 50 boxes here, and then for the next slot, I would recommend getting the blue burst books, manuals, books. I think they're books, skill books. The reason why I think I would go for this is because more units need a higher burst to get good value out of them than necessarily all of their skills. But this is going to be very dependent on whatever Nikkes you are trying to build in particular. But I would say just like in general, you know, all else being the same, I would say that the burst manuals are probably a bit better than the skill manuals. And I would go for the blue ones instead of the pink ones. Just because you generally need more blue ones, because maybe you're leveling a lot of units up to level 4 and then only a few past that, in which case you're just going to need more blue ones, and plus you just need a higher number of blue ones in general than the pink and the yellow ones. Of course, yellow isn't even an option here. So this is what I would do for pack 1. For pack 3, or pack 2 rather, you can see very similar here. We're pretty much keeping the same selections. Again, we are going with core dust in the middle, and here we're getting 100 boxes of core dust. This is a lot of core dust. This is an excellent way to pick up a lot of core dust. I wouldn't go for anything else. Some people might be tempted by this equipment box, but you know, it's random. You can just farm these from special interception. I really wouldn't get trapped by that equipment box. Just go for the core dust. You'll find this to be a much better resource in the long run. Then in slot 2, I think another thing that people are going to be, you know, kind of enticed by are these shiny blue crystals here, the custom modules, especially because some people might be having trouble passing tier 9 damage for special interception. But I just don't think these are good value. This is not something you should be spending money on. This is something that is highly RNG dependent. You know, you could end up buying these and get like a god roll on your equipment, or you could end up, you know, buying these and then you just get like charge speed on your Scarlet or something. So it's just really gambling there, and I don't think that's the way you want to go with it. I think, again, you want to get these blue burst manuals with the caveat of potentially, depending on what you're building, maybe you want the blue skill manuals instead of the burst ones. And then for the third slot, I would go for the pink burst manuals. And you just need, you know, a little bit fewer of the pink ones in general, but you're going to get the same amount here. But I just think it's good to have a good split. You want one blue and one pink. And again, maybe if you're building more skills rather than burst, you know, that's going to depend on you. But in general, I think you want to get the burst ones. Okay, so now we get to pack 4. And again, we're getting like the same kind of options here that we can get. I would ignore this random manufacturer equipment thing. I would ignore the custom modules. We're still going to go core dust, and we're going to go blue skill manuals. And again, we are going to go, burst manuals. And then again, we are going to go pink burst manuals. And again, this could depend on, you know, whether you need more skills or bursts, but primarily I think the burst is where we want to be on these. And then for the last slot, I think you 100% want to go for this manufacturer equipment selection box. So this is just a million times better than going for the random manufacturer one. Here you can actually pick exactly what you want. You can say, all right, I want to go for a pilgrim, attacker, helmet, and then you just get it. There's no RNG involved there. This is a very strong thing to be able to get. And then otherwise, you know, you're just getting like some random pulls on the regular banner. That's just like not going to be nearly as good. Again, you could do a lot of RNG there and end up not getting anything you want, whereas you're guaranteed a very powerful piece of equipment from that. So this is how I would set up the boxes, and I think you're probably going to get the most value out of this. But now let's take a look at, are these even valuable at all? Like, should we even be messing with these? Or if we're going to be spending $19, $54, or $99 respectively, are there better options in the cash shop? The first thing I want to take a look at is the $99 one. So we are getting good things here, but what are our other potential options? If we go to the, I think it's the Nikke Paradise or whatever, yeah, we can look at the Technical Support 2 pack. We also have one that's like basically the same in the new Nikke upgrade. It's exactly the same. We're just getting like different elements in one or the other. So here you can see that we are getting these elemental things, which I think are basically just worthless. I mean, obviously you need them, but they're just super easy to get. You're not going to be gated by those elemental books at all. We're getting the same amount of gems, so it's, you know, exactly equivalent there. But in this case, we are getting these burst manual selection boxes. And so I would probably recommend, again, it's going to depend on exactly what you need, but we'll just, in theory, say that we're splitting this into equally between blue and pink burst boxes. So in this case, we would get 360 blue ones and we would get 280 pink ones. That is a lot of skill books, and honestly, pretty good. Like, you know, that is a lot more than you would be getting from the custom box, where you would get 150 blue ones and 125 pink ones. That said, you're not getting the selection equipment box, which I think is very, very valuable. And so I think the custom package 3 is probably better here. So I think, you know, so far custom package is looking pretty good value. The only other potential 99 thing I think is, let's see, in the monthly area. You know, these are just like not worth it at all, I would say. Again, we're just getting some like random blue tickets here, and then here we're getting this boxes where we get some core dust and battle data and whatever, but it's not even nearly as many. And then we just get 2 random mold poles. We know how brutal those can be. So I think that the custom one that you can build is probably the best possible thing you can get for $99, so I would recommend that. But let's take a step back and look at the $54 one, because the $99 one is definitely major whale territory, right? 54 is still pretty expensive, but more people might be willing to spend on this. So in this case, we are getting 4,200 gems, we are getting 100 core dust, and then 125 blue skill books, and 125 pink burst books, rather, not skill books. I am saying this wrong like every single time, but I think you guys know what I mean here. So for $54, what are our options? We can go to Technical Support 1, which again, I think these elemental packages are not worth it, but we can get our manuals here, and again, splitting them individually, it's not bad, but I think we're still getting better value out of the custom box. And then, of course, we can get it from the monthly one, I think, as well. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing again, but just like more of the different element, right? So again, I think advantage is going to the custom pack here, because we are getting a bunch of core dust. And the core dust is just really valuable. Like 100 boxes of core dust is quite good. And again, we're getting equivalent gems there, right? 42, yeah, equivalent gems. And I just think core dust is way more valuable than the elemental books. And the difference in the burst manuals is not really that great. So then if we go all the way to the cheapest one, oh wait, actually there is the Nikke Growth 4-pack. So wait, taking a step back here. Okay, so the one I was thinking of here was the $54 one, the module boost set one. And this one I would say is just not really worth it. You're gonna get some equipment upgrades, but really you're going to get a lot more resources. I think you're going to be a lot more gated by all those burst manuals and Cordus that you can get in the custom pack too. So I just wouldn't really mess with that. Okay, as far as the monthly packs go, you do have some for 54 and 99. These are just definitely straight up worse. I think that the custom ones it can build are far better. But okay, taking a step back to our cheapest one, the $19.99 one, which I think a lot of people could definitely be willing to spend on. That one, I think, is still decent value. Again, we're getting 1,500 gems, 50 Cordus boxes, and 100 blue burst books. Things that could be potentially worth it. If we go to the Nikke Paradise one, this one for 1900, we are getting the same amount of gems, but we're also getting these 15 rainbow things. The rainbow tickets, I think, are pretty enticing. This one, I think, is potentially better than Custom 1. You also have the special beginner one. This one here, you're getting a ton of these blue skill books and burst books, which could potentially be better. So if you haven't already bought the special beginner one or the Nikke Paradise one, wherever that is here with for $19.99, I think those are potentially rivaling the value of the custom pack 1. But I think by the time you're getting custom pack 2 and 3, they are decidedly the best value for money that you can get. So let me know if you guys have bought any of these, and let me know if you have any other questions. You guys know that I am a light spender, but I do like to see the perspective of what you can get for more money, and occasionally I will make a bigger purchase. So I'll catch you guys in the next video or on the next stream on Monday or Thursday.